No idea what happened for the stream. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so if you look, all right, who's ready for story time? I need a show of hands. This is gonna be a story. I'm only gonna tell it once, but I need to know everyone's ready right now. Do you guys have your popcorn? Do you have your drinks? Are you sitting down? Are you ready for story time? No bathroom breaks. You have to already take the bathroom break. What are all these things for? Males, female. This is another breeding area? Why is it over here? I don't know. I'm not sure. Alright, we got the coffee. Okay, we're good. Alright, so story time is this. On our server, we have a bunch of rules and laws. And one of those rules and laws states that there's a tame limit. The tame limit is based on tribe. There's 300 potential tames each tribe could have at a time active out on the server. That allows it so that if one, if every tribe went crazy and had 10,000 tames, the server wouldn't be able to run, right? So to let that actually be like a thing, you can't have more than 300 tames. At 300 tames, you get locked out. The server says no more. You can't have it. You're done. It cuts you off. It says go home. It's after 2 a.m. No more serving alcohol. No more tames. You're done. Okay? You get the point. Well, with that being said, there's a bigger number that nobody knows, and it's hidden, but it's a server tame limit. It's how many tames could be on the server. Completely total, every tribe, not one tribe. Excuse me. So, even if you yourself have not hit the tribe tame limit, if the server tame limit gets hit, then you cannot tame anything else. You cannot breed anything else. You cannot get any more tames because the server tame limit has been hit. I've never been on a server with the server tame limit get hit. I bet most of you guys have never been on a server because the number's close to 10,000, okay? 10,000 tames. Alright, so let's just put it this way. It just doesn't get hit very often. You have to have tens of hundreds of tribes that are completely active, and they all have to be mass breeding and taming to have that number get hit, okay? It just doesn't happen that often. Well, today I'm at the gym. I woke up early like a good boy. I'm working out. I'm doing good. I'm progressing my life. I'm actually doing something with my life, I'm actually trying to like feel a little bit better, work the stress out of my back, the anger out of, well, okay, that's for my therapist. I'm actually doing something. I get a message. Hey, type. Hey, it's Virens. Hi, Virens. How's it going? Type, what's the tame limit on the server? I think she's talking about tribes. I'm thinking 300. And she goes, we can't breed anything else. And people on the server can't tame anything else. And I go, now what face? And she says, we hit the server tame limit. And I'm trying to think, how the hell do we do that? Tribe limit's at 300 and we don't have 30 active tribes at 300. We don't even have one tribe at 300. How the hell did that happen? So she goes, I'm going to investigate. All right. Intermission, boys. Intermission. I got a text. So I go, I'll think about it when I get back from the gym and I'll come help you. And then she goes and says something and I forget exactly what it was, but it just triggered something. What did she say? Let me see if I can scroll up and see what she said. She said, just have a thought. Lag by green, etc. Need to fly over and take a look. And the second she said that, it clicks. By green obelisk, I was flying by there yesterday and there was an obscene amount of lag. I thought my computer was dying or my internet was dying and I didn't know what it was, but it eventually went away, so I thought everything was fine. I had no clue what it was. But somebody on the server says, yeah, that area lags. And I just kind of didn't think much of it at the time. But once we hit the tame limit, I then put 2 and 2 together. The server is at 9,500 tames. And green area lags extremely bad. I then, detective type, Put 2 plus 2 together and got 4. There's a tribe over there that has metal and glass gates that are one day away from being admin demolishable, which means they haven't been on for close to 2 weeks. And then I put 2 plus 2 plus 2 together and I get 6. We have 30x rates because of Valentine's Day right now. And people stopped putting refertilizer in their things. That's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. We're up to 10 now. Detective Type is on a roll. I've got 10, 12, 15. It starts adding up and I start putting it all together. The picture becomes clear. Virens is already on the job. She's already heading over there in admin mode, checking it out. Long story short, a tribe went inactive and had already tamed and left their tames on breeding like most of us do. Their hatchery ran out of refertilizer and or completely filled up. To this day, I still don't know the answer. So this thing was full or could not pick it up because it had no more refertilizer. And so what happens? The eggs dropped on the ground. And guess what this tribe did? This tribe had tons of gas in their generator, weeks and months worth of it, and their ACs stayed on. And guess what happens to ACs that are on to refertilized eggs across their entire base? The eggs hatched. And because our maturation rate is 30x, what happened to the hatched eggs? They grew into adults before they died. And guess what happens to adults when you don't claim them? They wander around your base looking for a home, unclaimed. And guess what else happens to unclaimed adults that are wandering around your base? They're actually set to breeding. So the unclaimed adults actually breed with each other and the cycle continues. And guess what else happens as the cycle continues? It goes on and on and on and on until the point where you go and hit the tame limit. I want to show you guys a little bit about what I'm talking about right now. Okay, just a little bit. That's the wrong screenshot. I'll show you guys that one in a second. That's the wrong one. You hold on, all right? Let me find the right one. Program files, Steam, user data, random number, 760, remote, random number, screenshots. This is what we saw when we walked in. Nope, that's the wrong one too. That's a random butt. All right, this is what we saw when we walked in. Velonasaurs. Everywhere. An entire cave full of Velonasaurs. This is where we start to kill them up here. But it's so laggy that we can't even move. We're getting less than 1 FPS every 5 seconds. Our gun isn't even working. The Velonasaurs are all wandering around, and every time we kill them, they try to rush over and eat the bodies, but the server's lagging so bad that everybody just gets stuck. What more Velonasaurs? There's actually more. Now, you may think this looks like a lot, but we actually learned a technique. If you look at all of the Velonasaurs, you lag out. So you have to look at the edge in the backpack of them. Virens figured this out. So we looked at the backpack of them. Because if you looked at all of them, it was too many. There's hundreds of Velonasaurs dead in front of you right now. I was just killing them for hours with this destruction gun. Just killing them one at a time. They were all unclaimed. They were all wandering. They were all just lagging the whole server in. And then more of them needed to be killed. This was literally 1/3 of the cave. And more of the Velonasaurs. I was slaughtering entire generations of Velonasaurs with Virens at my side. This was just the edge of them. There went around the entire side around that Rex. More of them. This entire area is filled with Velonasaurs. There was thousands of Velonasaurs in this cave. This was their tames. That's a Therizino. That's a Gotcha. That's a Spino. And these are just a sea of Velonasaurs in this cave. They wrapped all the way around. In every direction, they completely wrapped around. I literally was killing hundreds of them. So many Velonasaurs dead. I killed hundreds and thousands of Velonasaurs. It got to be that I killed so many, I was lagged out by the corpses alone. So what did I do? Big boy type, I spawned in level 15,000 Rexes and put them on aggressive to start eating all the corpses. But it's not over yet. You see this area right up here? You see this area? What do you see here, boys? What do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 fertilized incubating eggs, and those are only the ones you could see. They're only the ones you could see. You can't see all the ones underneath. You can't see them. But maybe you could see the remnants of them. What do you think that is? What do you think these are? What do you think this orange is everywhere? I'll let you guys take one guess. Oh, we actually have some down here, in here, in here, and we have some over here. The server was at Tame capped. So soon as I killed all of these, guess what happened? I killed all of them, and the fertilizer eggs started hatching. There's even Quet's eggs in the background hatching. Next thing I know, my Rexes, they're not just eating corpses, they're eating actual baby and juvenile Velonasaurs. There's the baby Velonasaurs hatching everywhere. Look at this picture. Look at all of the babies hatching. There's just 30, 40, 100 babies hatching. There's babies hatching down here. They weren't hatching before because our server was at tame limit. I had the Rexes killing so many babies. Look at all of the babies. They're just so many. The Rexes are just nonstop eating all of the babies. There's hundreds and hundreds of babies hatching over and over, just chain. Every time I kill a baby, the server tame limit opens up and more babies spawn and the Rexes are just eating them and eating them. You start to think that it clears out, but next thing you know, there's more and more and more. And it's just, they just keep coming. There's more and more. Look at how many babies are here. Where are they even coming from? The Rexes have been clearing these things out for like 30 minutes now, and they just keep hatching. Look at the floor. You can't even see the floor. These aren't dead corpses. These are walking around babies. Babies and juveniles walking around. It's not bugs. It's not dirt. It's actually Velonasaurs walking around the entire base. The floor is covered with them. You could see when I turn on the names, there's just stacks of them. And then I found the culprits. There's piles and piles and piles of fertilized eggs all over the base. Once I get down to the ground, there's piles of the eggs. There's piles of them. I find stacks of baby Velonasaurs sinking into the ground, hiding inside the structures. I had to wipe the structures of this tribe because these are all juvenile Velonasaurs. There's hundreds of them. There's just hundreds of them, dude. They don't stop. I went under the world. They're under the world. There's babies under the world. I couldn't get away from these damn babies, dude. They're everywhere. And we just keep killing them over and over and over. And there's more stacks of Velonasaurs. Literally every time I destroy a foundation, there's just more stacks of Velonasaurs under them. In the end, my Rex had over 10,000 weight of height on him from eating all the Velonasaurs. I had to spawn in 10 level 15,000 Rexes. It took me and Virons 3+ hours to defeat the horde. We had to admin destroy the entire tribe's base. I picked up hundreds of fertilized eggs before they hatched themselves. I had to find the freaking AC units that kept the eggs under control. The server only crashed about 5 times and only rolled back about 3 times, and I had to do it all over again each time. But in the end, thousands of Velonasaurs and baby Velonasaurs and eggs were killed and harmed. And that is what me and Virons have been doing since 10 a.m. my time is dealing with this goddamn base with 30x maturation rate, having to deal with just thousands and thousands of these. That's the story, boys. That's the story.